Hi, my name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. Is the Department of Homeland Security preparing for the next Wall Street meltdown? Great question posed by Ellen Brown in her latest article. Let's take some information from this article and do a little analysis, seeing how the 2008 collapse happened and how the next collapse is going to happen. Look, in 2008, it wasn't your mom and pop regional bank that caused the crisis, the financial meltdown of 2008. It was these shadow banking institutions, these non-banking financial intermediaries that are not regulated at all. We call them now what? Hedge funds, money market funds, credit investment funds, ETF, private equity funds, security broker dealers, securitization and finance companies. These companies that have no regulation, they operate in their own world. They're the very powerful, the very wealthy, the very influential, especially in Washington, D.C. They haven't been reeled in since 2008. They're larger than they were in 2008. They're more powerful than they were in the last financial crisis. But we can be rest assured of what's not going to happen in the next financial crisis. You see, it was sold to the people of this country and the world that bailouts had to happen, because if they didn't happen, we would see pandemonium in the streets. A recent biography by Gordon Brown, former Prime Minister of England, showed just how worried he was if the banks shut down. People couldn't get their food, they couldn't get their fuel, they couldn't get their medicine. There would be literally anarchy in the streets. This troubled deeply the Prime Minister of England. But we know that never happened. We know the people of the world were scared into that happening, yet we spent trillions of dollars to rescue these institutions, namely the ones who were not regulated in the first place, who caused the problem, who were even larger than they were before. So what happens when the next crisis hits? And it could be very, very soon. President Obama laid it out when he signed Dodd-Frank. You know, we could have signed something simple like Glass-Steagall again, right? To separate bank holding companies and bank investment companies. We didn't do that. We created a piece of legislation that said there would be no more bailouts. But he didn't say there wouldn't be any more bail-ins. If you want to know where we're going, listen to the words of the president. We're never going to have another taxpayer-supported bailout. I beg to differ. The next bailout is going to come from the taxpayers. We're not going to call it that. We're going to call it a bail-in. All we have to do is look at the Financial Stability Board inside of Europe to see what they did and see the stage that has been set for the next round of collapse. You saw it inside of Cyprus. It isn't a bailout by the government anymore. It's a bail-in. The people who have their money in the banks are going to be the ones that lose. This is the process. This is the agenda going forward. Look, the Associated Press confirmed in February the Department of Homeland Security has an open purchase order for 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition. Armored vehicles have been seen flowing through the streets, drones flying through the air, the expansion of the security industrial complex. For what? For what? Somebody in government is afraid of what is coming. And you can't believe the lies of this administration of the past or the agenda that's been put forward to have us believe that this is all to protect us against terror. Somebody knows what's coming. Gordon Brown understood what could happen in a major financial shutdown. Is it all just coincidence that October 17th of this year, after 100 days of holding that credit limit within $25 million of the $17 billion or trillion dollar mark, we hit it on the 17th. Everybody and their brothers in front of the television telling us if we don't raise the debt ceiling, it's going to be Armageddon. Every politician, left, right, middle, is getting in front of that TV to tell you the same thing. Yet Bonner and Obama are locked in this battle, telling us either one of them are going to move. What a perfect opportunity to let the bankers' plan unfold. Is it coincidence that on that same day, the great shakeout earthquake drill is planned on the 17th of October, debt limit day? So is Quantum Dawn 2 cyber bank attack drill. Both of these are going to happen on October 17th, along with the debt ceiling being breached. Two things are on almost guaranteed course of action to happen. Bail-ins are coming. And let's understand what that means. In a nation where over 50% of the people draw some sort of check from government, in a nation that has seen the welfare rolls explode, seen the food stamp rolls explode, seen more and more people going on disability than ever before, seeing more and more people rack up $1 trillion in student loan debt because they can't find a decent job, seeing more and more people dependent on this government to hand out trinkets in order to make their life seem normal, and you take that all away, you tell them that the money you do have is now going to be used to rescue your bank, you got two things happen: bail in and martial law. Stories are attached. That's all I got. Gabe Elton and Austin Rare Coins and Bullion have handed me an October 2013 special that is the most aggressive I've seen since they've been supporting independent media. OPM 1 ounce gold bars, $29 over spot. 1 ounce silver rounds, 99 cents over spot. Gabe Elton's direct line is 800-552-4109. You can visit him online at austincoins.com. I'll put a link to the specials down below. Thank you, Gabe Elton. Thank you, Austin Rare Coins and Bullion, for supporting independent media. Please take advantage of these October 2013 specials.